Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps. How's it going, you sexy bitches? Peter fucking Joseph here for another video, right here, on the Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/PeterJoseph. Thank you for watching on video number 3 on your Triple Threat Saturday. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels down there. You know where they are, in the description box below. And as always, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But you gotta be real. If you're not, you're gonna get blocked. And if you don't like that, go fuck yourself and go jump off a cliff or whatever you want to do. Go fuck yourself, basically. And jump in a hole. Or pretty much jump in a hole and go fuck yourself. And that's that. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. But most importantly, please tap and slap that bell. I think we all know what to do with that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. If you do, well, too bad for you. Go fuck yourself. You're SOL. And you know what that means. Haha. And that's pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. But if you're gonna leave stupid comments, you can pretty much go fuck yourself, because you can get off my channel and go on somebody else's channel and suck up to them. Mooch off them. I don't give a shit. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, on video number 3 on your scorecard, check out my last 2 videos. Check out my last video on this very channel. My thoughts, you understand, my thoughts and reaction to Shohei Ohtani being picked up by the Dodgers. Historic freaking deal. 10 years, $700 million. Pending a physical. Not really. A lot of people, even Andy Martino and people on Twitter, X, were saying, well, it's not official, but, you know, really the Dodgers haven't really said it's official yet. As always, barring a physical. So, but looks like it's pretty much done, from what a lot of people on YouTube and on Twitter are saying, that Ohtani is now a Dodger. 10 years, $700 million. The highest paid baseball player in the history of the sport. I think he's still overpaid, and he's an overrated bum. But we'll see what happens with that. If anything does change, I can always take down the video and redo it. But it is what it is. Juan Soto is officially a Yankee. He got traded. Check out that reaction to that. And I did I did a Met video about Luis Severino joining the Mets. 1 year, $13 million. Basically a rental. Nobody gives two shits. I personally don't. But yeah, a lot of Met fans now on talk radio, sports talk radio, are really fucking upset with Uncle Stevie Cohen, because he's just basically sitting on his fat ass and doing nothing. When you have Alonso waiting for his money, and the Yamamoto sweepstakes continues, and where he's gonna go, and how much he's gonna get. Not as much as freaking Ohtani, but probably be getting between $350, maybe $500 million from who? Who knows? If it's the Mets, great. But if it's not, then Uncle Stevie is probably gonna be. A lot of Met fans want his head on a silver platter. It's basically, he's doing nothing but getting boring as fuck rentals. That's nice and all, but, it takes the money off the board in 2025 to get somebody like Soto for a lot of money. But I don't know, man. This Mets offseason fucking sucks. But we'll see what happens between now and basically March. So we got about a little over 2 months to go before we even talk about spring training. And what the Mets could do, if they can even contend, if they even have a pitching staff by then, and an actual good bullpen, and if Mr. Alonso stays or not. So, Stevie Cohen, Mr. Stearns, get off your ass and do something! Do something! Do something! like wrestling. Referee! Do something! You idiot! I just hate when people just don't do anything, whether it be in sports or in real life, but pisses me off. But really in sports, that just pisses me off too, but in real life, not so much. But I care less. Anyway, but yeah, check out the Otani video ago on this channel, and check out my second video of the day over on my Shadow Slayer channel, TSL 2.0 number 15, my NXT Deadline predictions, and didn't do so good in them. It happens. What are you gonna do? So check those videos out. Links will be down below in the gobbledygook. And we move on with that. And that's it. But right fucking now, it's, late. Some of you might be sleeping if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, well, think about maybe going to sleep, unless you want to stay up with me. But it's fine and dandy. But on this late Saturday night, we had Collision tonight. It was taped, and so I didn't watch most. I watched a little bit of the beginning. Eddie Kingston and Claudio had a decent match, but Bryan Danielson, yes, and Andrade, whoo, that was a good match. Shocking ending. I thought Danielson was gonna at least get 9 points out of this. I was wrong. But this American style G1 tournament, it's been pretty damn good. Great matches galore, a few bangers. I like it. I hope we get it next year. But that's up to Tony Khan. That's not up to me and the fans, but it's up to Tony. God, man. We'll see what happens with that. So we got that. We had Collision. We had Final Resolution tonight from formerly Impact Wrestling. Now it's about to be officially TNA at the start of the year. So, bye-bye, Impact. Nice knowing you. But Final Resolution, I didn't watch it. I heard a few things from it. Trent Seven, remember him? Mustache Mountain. He made his debut in TNA. Sorry, Impact, TNA. Made his debut. ABC, the Bullet Club. So shoot me for the love of God. Chris Bay and Ace Austin, still your Impact Tag Team Champions of the world. That's always good. They're a great tag team. Great tag team. Should be really in Japan, not really, showcasing their talents in Impact, but they're the champs. What are you gonna do? Also, we saw Deonna Purrazzo, possibly her last match in TNA. Where's she going? Hopefully, I would think AEW would be a better fit than WWE, who fucked her over. So you want to go back to a place that fucked you over? Hey, if it worked for Phil Brooks, then it could probably work for you. So we got that. Okada's going to be at the Snake Eyes event, which is January 13th and 14th. So that's nice. He's on a 6-man tag with the Motor City Machine Guns to take on Moose and 2 other guys. I forgot who, but so he's gonna be on those tapings, and then right after that, January the 20th, I believe, or 21st, the first official TNA pay-per-view in a long-ass fuck time, and that's Hard to Kill 2024. It's the week before the Royal Rumble 2024 from Tropicana Field in Tampa, Florida, or Tampa St. Pete, whatever you want to call it. Pretty damn good. Don't forget Wrestle Kingdom 18, January the 4th and 5th, here in the States. At like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Bryan Danielson, Okada. Choop! That should be, just that alone. And Ospreay versus Mox versus, I think, Kojima. I think, for the United States title. That's great. But the big one is really Naito! And Sonata for the IWGP Heavyweight title. I hope Naito wins for the third time. Let's see. But, I mean, I am really... Besides World's End coming up at the end of this year, in like 2 weeks, basically. Basically 20 days from now. It's December the 10th if you're watching this video. So, about 20 days from now, the final pay for the year. And then, pretty much a couple of days after the new year, we got Wrestle Kingdom. Good fucking... let me say it like Vince. Sorry. That's such good shit. But, so... It is what it is, so... Stay tuned, my friends. It's gonna be a... good next couple weeks. We got Final Battle. Basically, just coming Friday night. And then World's End to end the year. How fitting. And that's it. Then we begin 2024 with a good old-fashioned bang of Wrestle Kingdom. Japanese wrestling. That's it. So, you gotta hit that bell to stay with me on my various channels, because if you miss it, well, too bad for you, because I ain't helping you out there. You're SOL, and I think, like I said, we all know what that means. And it is what it is. That's that. Alright, we are, now officially, not officially, by Monday, we're 2 weeks away from Christmas. Hope everybody's doing well, and I had a great Saturday. And if not, well, too bad for you if you, did nothing all day and wasted your time on YouTube. Like some people I know, but that's what they do. They waste their time on me, basically, because I'm such a great guy. But I digress. Thanks for the attention, though. Thanks for the attention, you attention whores. But I digress. Now, on video number 3 on this late Saturday night, it is time for your late night NXT Deadline Review. For December the 9th, 2023, we are emanating from the Total Mortgage Arena. Nice name for an arena. In Bridgeport, Connecticut. Pretty much WWE headquarters. I mean, they actually showed it. It looks pretty damn good. I actually want to go there. I actually want to go to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and go to the new, not the old one, the new one in Stamford, Connecticut. I think it's in Stamford. WWE headquarters. Big, huge building. They got a big, huge WWE title belt right outside the fucking place. I mean, that thing is huge. It's like going to the FBI building, not the FBI building, but, like going to the Taj Mahal. Not the one it used to be in Atlantic City, but the Taj Mahal in India. Big fucking place. I'd love to visit it. Hey, maybe I can talk to Hunter. No, well, maybe he won't be there. Hey, maybe Steph will be there if I go in the building. It's like, hey, is Stephanie McMahon in? Hi, Steph. Just say hello. Not to do anything bad or anything. I'm just like, oh, I'm just looking for Stephanie just to say hi, I'm not creepy, I'm just looking around. I just want to know Ms. Levesque is in. I can't call her Stephanie McMahon, because Stephanie Levesque McMahon. No. Hey, maybe Vince will be there. I'll really tell Vince how I feel. Hey, Vince, give me a job, you senile son of a bitch! What did you say? Can I have a job, Mr. McMahon? Can I get you coffee? I'll be a gopher for Vince McMahon. Right. Yeah, me working at WWE headquarters, that'll be a hoot. But you never know. You never know in this crazy world. Even you schmucks out there can... Excuse me. Yeah, I went down the wrong pipe. You schmucks out there can freaking get a job at the WWE headquarters, probably as a janitor. Me, I'll probably get a nice office job if I wanted to. But, yeah, some of you actually need a job. You want to stay on YouTube all day and doing ridiculous, stupid videos. I mean, it's just insane. But, I mean, like I said, thank you for the attention. And that's, pretty much it. Whether it be good attention or bad attention, I personally don't give a shit. But, you know, you want to get clout views off me? Great, good for you. Good for you, but I really could care less what you say in any video about me. I really don't give two craps. The only person I'm worried about is me. And the only person I focus on this website is me. But, you know, I got other things to worry about, but, you know, I don't focus my entire life on one fucking person, but on this fucking website, because besides the select few that I have in my circle that I actually do care about, anybody else on this website really don't care. They get 5,000 subs, and I still probably won't care that much. But anyway, we move on. Alright, so let's start off this review, and then I'm going to go to bed, because I got things to do tomorrow. Like, watch the Niners. That's going to be fun. I hope the Niners win tomorrow, so I can be even more happy. Celebrate an NFC West title for the second year in a row. Beat the Seahawks once again on our home field, so we can celebrate with the greatest, one of the greatest, probably is the greatest football fan base in the history of the NFL, and that's the San Francisco 49ers! Make me very proud. Alright, but that's tomorrow. Let's focus on right now. Alright, so NXT Deadline, very fucking good show. I love this pay-per-view. This was great. There was one match, well, actually the last two matches sucked so bad. So it was a great pay-per-view minus the final two matches. But the Iron Survivor women's match, that has to be I would say women's match of the year. I'm saying it right now. I think it's the women's match of the year. We got that. The men's match was good. Not as great as the women, but still pretty damn good. What else? Dom Dom and Dragon Lee was okay. It wasn't great, but still a good opener. We'll get that in a minute. What else? Kiana James. Yeah, I said Kiana James. The last two matches, which was Kiana James and Roxy in a cage, that sucks so bad. Dragunov and Baron Corbin for the NXT World Title. I mean, it was a slobber knocker, but it just felt flat. That's just my opinion, but other than that, pretty damn good show to end the year for NXT, and now they're on the road to New Year's Evil on January the 2nd. Two big title matches already have been announced coming off this pay-per-view, and some more stuff that will be coming your way pretty much in the next 3 weeks. This Tuesday is live, which will be the December 12th edition. I think December 19th is the last live show. Or it's going to be taped. I think it's taped. No, it is taped. Because Hunter, being the great guy that he is, gave all the employees Christmas off. What a lucky guy. I wish I was working for that guy. But December 19th, pretty much through Christmas, no more live shows at all. Everything's going to be taped pretty much this week. So Raw, the 25th, it might be a best of like they did last year. New Year's Day will be the live Raw, by the way. But this Monday night from Cleveland will be live. And because that's December the 11th. December the 18th will be the official end of the live Raws, I believe. NXT will be taped on the 19th and the 26th, I believe. So they're going to be taping like 3 episodes on Tuesday just to get everything done for the year, and then come back live January the 2nd for New Year's Evil. That, AEW, pretty much status quo. We don't have to worry about taped shows, besides Rampage. Rampage will be taped all the way through the end of the year. Collision back to being live this coming Saturday night. As well. Actually, Collision will be on Friday night, December the 29th, at 8 o'clock on head-to-head with freaking SmackDown, and you know that's going to get destroyed. Rampage right after that. And then the first Rampage of the year will be January the 5th, and then Collision live January the 6th. That's it. So there's a few tape shows, besides Ring of Honor, of course. Impact, well, it's always taped, and you don't barely see a live show from Impact. Oh, sorry, TNA. But, you know, so we got a lot of shows to get through, even if they're taped, we're still gonna watch. There's nothing, we got nothing else to watch, right? I mean, depending how you, whatever you watch, I mean, you don't have to watch Raw live, you can watch the next day on the DVR. But, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever you want to do, you do. And that's that. Because when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. It is. If it's not, I'm making it. And I always said, me and the missus always come up with jingles here and there, and they put some of them pretty good, but never had the chance to actually make it into an actual jingle or anything which could make us a lot of money. But yeah, one day, we always had those ideas, but we never do it. I know you guys do too, but you have things that you want to do and accomplish, and half of them you don't even do anyway. But, dream a little dream, because, someday it might actually come true. But, yeah, like I said, me and the missus always come up with certain jingles. I actually came up with that. If you feel good, if you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. It hopefully will be soon. And we also came up, well, the missus came up with better to have it than not need it, than need it and not have it. The American Express card. No. Oh, anything in life, basically. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. It's like getting a hot chick and wanting to bang her. Better to have that than not have a hot chick and then have a hot chick and not get laid. Or whatever. I'm just being weird, but it is what it is. But you're still watching, right? But I digress. Anyway, that's that. Alright. Let's get to NXT. I wasted 22 minutes. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit it gets clipped. Like everything else gets clipped from me. Thanks for the free attention, like I said. But maybe some people will get it through their fucking thick skulls not to, give me so much attention. Not that I need it, and I don't really care for it. But just makes me laugh. Just makes me laugh when, videos are made about me, and then some of them, piss me off a little bit, but others I really, at this point, don't care. Pepsi free! No, it's 0, by the way, but it's not free. I'm thinking Back to the Future 2. Pepsi. Give me a Pepsi free! Hey, you're gonna buy something, or I'm gonna kick you out. Okay, just give me something without sugar, okay? Something without sugar. Give me a tab. Can't give you a tab unless you buy something. Okay, give me a Pepsi free. That's a great movie. Among other movies, that I love. Spaceballs, all the 80s movies. I don't know all the lines, but mostly the lines on Back to the Future, pretty much the first one I know almost all of them. The second one, same thing. Third one, not that much. The only line in Back to the Future 3 that I actually know is, "He's an asshole!" Pretty much like half the people on this website, that's what they are. All assholes. And they stink, too. Anyway, alright. Let's start off with, now we're finally going to get to NXT. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's not waste any more time. But like I said, thank you for the actual attention, but you love me, you can't get enough of me. Hoorah! Alright, so NXT Deadline starts. And by the way, our commentary team is Mitchell Cole. Actually, no. NXT, what am I talking about? Woohoo! NXT, Vic Joseph, the man with the creepy jacket, and Candy. And the man who smokes more weed than probably everybody on YouTube. And that's Booker T, sucker! Alright, so we started with the pre-show, where we had some high-flying action. Ben Frazier, otherwise known as Nathan Frazier, takes on the man in the mask. A-Kid, otherwise known as Axiom, the man who knows more meth than you. And maybe Scott Steiner, I don't know, but... Anyway, this match was supposed to happen on Tuesday, but thanks to the women fucking that up, we get it now. We should have been on next week's show, but, you know, get added somehow. Anyway, pretty decent match. I'm not gonna get into all of it because I didn't see any of it. So, but anyway, but your winner in just under 11 minutes is Axiom, as catches Ben Frazier with a super Spanish fly. Every time I say super Spanish fly, it just hits me right here because of my mentor, Joel Maximo, who trained me. Oh, and yeah, by the way, people don't think I have wrestling training. I do. Among other things I've been trained in. But I digress on that, but... Not that I'm probably going to ever use that training, but... Because, you know... It is what it is. I mean, people think they're tough, but they're not. But I never said I was, but I'll defend myself if I have to. If I have to, but most of the time I don't have to. Because people like to... But I digress. Alright, so we got a super spin fly into the golden ratio. 1, 2, 3. Axiom gets the win. Pretty decent match. And that's pretty much it. And that's the pre-show. There we go. Alright, then we open the main show. And we start off with pretty much the Booker of the Year. Not Tony Khan, man. It's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. The man who didn't need Jannetty. He didn't need Jannetty. Jannetty tried to jump out the window to escape. Did you see what he did? Are you blind? I'm gonna keep saying that because it's just funny to say. Bobby the Brain Heenan and the great Gorilla Monsoon. Probably one of the funniest freaking... Not the funniest thing, but the greatest thing they said in that... Well, there's a lot of things they said, but... That segment with when Jannetty got thrown out the barbershop window... Freaking epic commentary. I just knew he was gonna do that! He didn't need Jannetty. There you go. Alright, so Shawn Michaels comes out to excite the crowd. You know, dancing, Dad. He's dancing, dancing. Look at me, Dad. I'm dancing, Dad. Dancing. Stop it. I wish somebody would come out and say, stop it. But anyway. So Shawn Michaels comes out, gets on the mic and says, are you ready? Well, are you? I said, are you ready? Then, for the thousands in attendance, the millions watching right now on YouTube and around the world. And just because Peter Gilmore is such a great guy, let's get ready to suck it! Well, he didn't say that, but I just felt like saying it. Anyway, so, Assless Ever ready. I thought he was going to keep going with that, but fans are ready. I think we're all ready. And then, Phil fucking Brooks, CM douche, CM puke, comes out in a Bret Hart hoodie. Really? Really, Phil? Really? Fucking mark. He's a fucking mark. Fucking hypocrite and a fucking mark. Overrated fucking mark. That's what Phil Brooks is. And yeah, I was a fan of him back in the day. I was. I'm not gonna admit. I'm gonna admit that. I was a big Huge fan of Punk. But nowadays, Punk can kiss my ass. As you know, he's gonna get smashed, stacked, pinned by pretty much the second greatest of all time. And that's Roman. Oh, he's gonna be mad at you. She won't be mad at me. If she thinks Roman's the greatest thing since sliced bread, that's her opinion. My opinion is The Undertaker of the modern era. I didn't say of all time. The modern era. That means from like 2000 on. Of all time, I still think it's Hogan, but that's just me. I mean, people think it's Flair, people think it's Andre the Giant. People think it's Show Me Randy Savage, oh yeah, the greatest. Ain't that right, Miss Elizabeth? That's right, lady. Exactly. But, yeah, but CM Punk wishes he was great, but he's not. He's not, and he could finish his story at WrestleMania and get the world heavyweight title from Seth Rollins, but when he faces Roman, smash the fuck out of that guy. Roman will fuck him up. Send him back to fucking AJ Lee in a crippled mess. But, see what happens with that. And that's it. And people still think I'm a freaking Roman Reigns mark. Oh yeah, you think? Oh, you're a fake Roman fan. You just like him because somebody else likes him. No, that's not true. Not true. I just have a better analysis, feeling, well, not analysis, better feeling for Roman now than I did back then. And yeah, I said some bad things about Roman, and I said something really bad about him, but I apologized for it and moved on. Like some people can't do. The way the world works, nobody can fucking move on from things. Especially on this garbage festival website. But anyway. So, Phil Brooks comes out in a Bret Hart hoodie. And then does the Shawn Michaels pose at the entrance. Really? Yo, if I was Shawn, I was like, Phil, stop it! Or I'm gonna kick you out of my show. Kick you out of my arena. That's what I would have done. It's like, really? You're mocking me on my show? Get the fuck out of here. Go to Raw and just be an asshole on Raw. Anyway. So, Punk gets in the ring, apologizes for cutting Shawn off. Then he's like, suck it! Before Shawn would rather talk about the hoodie. So, Punk points out that Bret and Shawn made up. So, he's like, well, I made it with Triple H, so if, you can make up with Bret Hart, I can make up with Triple H, so we're kind of even, huh? It's all about healing. Anyway, talks about growing up watching Shawn, and now he's able to take a picture for him, so he takes a little selfie. So, they try to tease that Punk was going to be on NXT this Tuesday night. Yeah, to bump up those ratings. Why not? Why not anything to try to beat AEW in the ratings? Sure. Anyway. So, yeah, so that ends that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, but really, they didn't even need Punk to be there. They didn't need him to be there. Nobody cares. Except for the marks that are CM Junk fans. Or as I really should call him CM Joke. Yeah, his semi-pipe bomb on SmackDown, that was actually good. Even though he mentions Brawl Out. And just saying, comparing it to Kevin Owens punching everybody in the back. So he can't, legit go, drop a lethal pipe bomb on AEW because that'd be a no-no. And he'll be fired on the spot. But it's nice to take a little bit nice pot shots, right, Phil? Fucking idiot. It'll be funny if Seth Rollins beats him. I know it's not gonna happen, but it'll be funny as hell if Seth Rollins beats Punk at Mania. I would laugh my ass off. I would laugh my ass off when Roman beats the fuck out of him. I mean, out promos him too. I think that would be great. But who knows? Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. And that pretty much is wasn't the cold open per se, but, you know, we opened the show with Punk. Then we get to the opening video, looking at the rise of the next generation. What is this, the next generation era? This ain't 1994. Anyway. So the next generation will get their chance to emerge in the Iron Survivor Challenge matches. Okay, we got that. That was pretty nice. Alright, so we start off the pay-per-view officially with our first match of the night for the North American title. We have the man from Mexico, Dragon Lee, comes out with Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, basically on crutches. And then Rey limps his ass on commentary next to Vic Joseph and Booker T, sucker. Okay, we got that. And then we get the music of the North American champion, member of the Judgment Day himself, the man that is the fruit of Eddie Guerrero's loins. Essay, you understand, right, Eddie? That's my son! He is the fruit of my loins. I am so proud of him! He's a better son than Ray could ever be a dad. I am his poppy, and he knows it. Right on. Anyway, so we have Dominic Guerrero, ese Latino Heat! Woo! Mommy's, that's Rhea Ripley's, well, not official boyfriend, but I don't even know what that is, but even Mommy was proud of freaking Dom tonight. You're still a winner in my book, Dom. But you're gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight. No pussy for you. Yeah. Alright, so match was pretty good to start. So it's also with Dragon Lee. It was supposed to be Wesley, but Wesley basically has a back problem. I think he's getting surgery. He's gonna be out basically like a year, maybe a year and a half. Who knows when Wesley's coming back. So really, Dom should have just got the night off. This match could have happened on NXT or even save it for New Year's Evil. But I guess they wanted to get the belt off Dom that quick, I guess. I don't know. So it starts with Dragon Lee starting fast and furious, knocking Dom to the floor. Then hits a running, flipping dippity-doo right in front of Ray. Ray's like, oh, that's great! Anyway, to go back in, Dom manages to catch Dragon Lee's leg on the top rope. Ow! Slow things down a bit, then a DDT on the apron. Even more. Ow! That doesn't go well. And Dom crashes to the floor in a heap. But Dom whips Dragon Lee hard into the corner. Then we get a basic 1905 chin lock for a rest period. So then Dragon Lee fights up, catches Dom on the top. Then it's time for a top rope double stomp. Almost like a certain guy named Alberto Del Rio. To the apron to the floor for a nasty crash. I mean, both men are okay, thankfully. Ray's like, why would you go like this? Not your son. I mean, come on. Then some running forearms have Dom in trouble even more. Then a super kick by Dragon Lee makes it even worse for Dom. But Dom comes back with a beautiful drop kick, cutting off Dragon Lee. Then they trade strikes to face. In the middle of that ring, Dragon Lee wins that. Goes for the sit-out powerbomb. Didn't really go too well, so Dom hits a powerbomb of his own for a near fall. Then he has Dragon Lee in position for the 619. He points to his former dad, well, basically his fake dad. He's like, oh, this one's for you, SA. Goes for a 619 and misses. And Dragon Lee kicks Dom in the gut. Then he hits that sit-out powerbomb, which usually would win him the match, but Dom kicked out at 2. They get back up. And basically that was it for Dom. Dom didn't get anything else. Dragon Lee hits Destino. Stop hitting that move. It's Naito's move. Stop. Oh, man, if Naito was in WWE, I would love for him to fuck him up. Only one man does Destino, and that is Naito! Tranquilo. Así. Cabrón. Anyway. Alright, so Dragon Lee hits Destino. 1, 2, 3. We have a new North American champion in Dragon Lee. So, took a little while for him to get there. You know, he lost to Dom already I think it was on Raw, I believe. Well, I think it's the second or third time's the charm, I guess, for Dragon Lee. So, he is the new North American champion. Dom had a pretty nice run with the belt. It's his second run with the belt, really. And that's it. So, Dragon Lee is your winner, and we'll see what happens with him and who he may be facing. Maybe we get a rematch with him and Dom, maybe on NXT before the end of this year. We'll see. But a good opener, and, you know, Dom, he wasn't going to hold the belt forever. I wish he did, but, you know, but Dom's got other things to worry about, and that's pretty much Judgment Day and what's going to happen with Judgment Day. So, maybe those dominoes will start falling, like Dom lost the North American title. Finn and Priest will probably lose to the Creed brothers, probably at the Rumble, or maybe on Raw with the tag team belts, and then who knows what's going to happen with Judgment Day. Maybe they'll recruit R-Truth. I hope not. They could kick out Priest, or they should kick out JD McStupido. Who knows? But we'll have to see what happens with that. But congratulations to Dragon Lee. Match was good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. So great opener. And we're off and running at Deadline. Alright. Alright, match number 2 on your scorecard. The Women's Iron Survivor match. The match of the fucking night. Now, for those of you who don't know the freaking rules, 25-minute time limit. 2 women start, or 2 men, because the men do it too. 2 people start. Another one comes in every 5 minutes. And anyone can win by a pinfall, submission, or DQ at any time. And when you get a win, you get a point. And then the loser has to spend 90 minutes, I can imagine that, 90 seconds in the penalty box. So, kind of like the King of the Mountain match without the ladder, per se. But, get that. So, most points win the match, and they earn a title shot at New Year's Evil. For the women, they get the women's title shot. For the men, they get the NXT World title shot. So, like I said, this was an epic match. It's also with Fallon, Don't Call Me to the Dawn Henley at number 1, and the beautiful Blair Davenport at number 2. Alright, so they trade pinfalls galore for the first couple minutes of the match. Poor referee. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. My hand! Eventually, Blair hits a running knee to face for a near fall. Then takes over. Then we get an old-fashioned double arm crank. Has Fallon in trouble, but she kicks away from that. And the 5 minutes go by. And then number 3 is Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! You see me in the match, Daddy! Yes, sunshine. You gave it your all. But, I'm so proud of you, girl. Sweetheart. I love you. I didn't win, Daddy. I'm mad. I want to go in my room. Okay, you go to sleep, sunshine. Then we'll go to the mall tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. Bye. Poor Tiffany Stratton. She should have won this goddamn match. Damn. But anyway, by the way, we had Blair Davenport, Fallon, Don't Call Me the Dawn Henley, Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton, Kaylani Jordan, and my personal favorite, Lash Legend, Get Shit Done. The beautiful, Ebony Princess. But I digress. Anyway, alright, so Tiffany comes out, and it takes a sweet time getting to the ring because she's so fine. God damn you, Marcel Barthel. Fucking. Should have been me. Fuck you. Anyway. Alright, so get some clotheslines, put Fallon down. Then a double Fujiwara armbar from Tiffany and Blair, kind of teaming up a little bit. Didn't last all that long. Then the submission, it's not a submission. So Tiffany starts beating up on Blair. Then another kick to Fallon Henley gets a near fall. Then an Alabama slam for a near fall. Blair then breaks that up, and then steals the pin from Tiffy Tiff. You bastard, you bitch. She gets the pin in just under 10 minutes officially. So Blair Davenport is up 1 fall, so basically nothing. So Fallon Henley has to go to the penalty box. Feels like hockey. About those ring jazz. Alright, so Kaylani Jordan comes out at number 4, so it means Lash Legends coming out last. Fresh. So she comes in, cleans house, hits the split-legged moonsault for a near fall on Blair, as Tiffy has to make the save. And then Fallon gets out of the penalty box, starts striking away at Tiffany, hits the Shining Wizard, 1, 2, 3. She gets her first point. Pretty much a little over 2.5 minutes later. So Blair and Fallon Henley tied at 1. Still waiting for Lash Legend to get in the ring. Eventually she does. And then, all 5 women are beating the crap out of each other. Lash comes in like a house of fire, powerbombs Tiffany and Fallon Henley out of the corner, then superplexes Kaylani Jordan and Blair Davenport. She is cleaning house. Boy, she went from like, who's this, to holy shit, slamming Otis. Get shit done. So anyway, she hits a choke slam on Tiffany, then a powerbomb on Fallon Henley, and she pins both of them and earns 2 points. So she gets 2 falls for the price of 1. Oh, not great. Look at that. So she is now up 2 falls to 1 for Blair Davenport, 1 for Fallon Henley. With about a little over 8.5 minutes left in the match. So who went to the penalty box? Tiffany and Fallon Henley go to the penalty box for a minute, for about a minute and a half. Kaylani comes back with a double knee, sends Lash to the outside. Then she hits an Asai moonsault, and basically almost took out herself. She hit it. She hits it, and then her back went bam right into the announcer's table. Ow! I was like having almost had visions of a certain guy named Benoit. Oh, said his name. Fuck. Can't say his name. But felt like that. But anyway, she was okay to finish the match. Blair Davenport comes back, decks Lash right in the mouth. And then Metaphor, the rest of Metaphor come out. Noam Dar, Oro Menza, and the beautiful Jakarta Jackson, respectfully. They come out, and they block the announcer's table. They block the penalty box, so Fallon Henley and Tiffy Tiff can't get out. The referee's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, well, what are you doing? Shouldn't that be a disqualification on Lash? Technically. Yes. So anyway, so Fallon tries to climb her way out because there was an opening in the penalty box. But they didn't show super cameras. But she gets out, and then Tiffy climbs out, and then she shoves Fallon off the top of the penalty box through the announcer's table. Holy shit. Then she goes up top, she's all ready, she's like, oh, look at me, I'm great! She gets a senton splash, like a swanton bomb, onto everyone on the outside. I was like, holy shit! The fans even said, holy shit. That was great. Great spot there. Okay, basically everybody. Even the guys. And I don't know if Jakarta Jackson got involved there, but who knows. Anyway, they go back in. Kaylani Jordan goes right after Lash. Before Lash double stomps her for a near fall. As Fallon Henley makes the save. We got 5 minutes left of the match. And Blair Davenport hits a double stomp of her own on Kaylani Jordan. 1, 2, 3. So she picks up her second fall, so she's tied with Lash at 2 falls. Whoops. Went ahead. Sorry. If I can get back. Here we go. Alright, so Lash picks up Fallon and Blair Davenport at the same time. She is strong. She'll probably break your back or something else. But Tiffany drop kicks all of them down. Kaylani comes back in from the penalty box. Fallon Henley takes everyone down. That's not named Blair Davenport. Then a high cross body by Kaylani Jordan gives her a near fall on Lash Legend. As Tiffy made the save once again. Then she hits the prettiest moonsault ever. 1, 2, 3. Tiffy's on the board. Even though it's like basically a minute and 48 seconds. She has to get a quick pin to tie this whole thing up. But a little bit too late there, Tiff. She gets her first fall. But we're still Lash Legend Blair Davenport at 2 falls apiece. With basically a minute and a half left in the match. So really frantic final minute and a half. Kaylani Jordan hits a 450 on Tiffany Stratton and Blair Davenport for a near fall as Fallon Henley makes the save. Then she tries to cover both of them, gets a near fall out of that. So both women were trying to get the win right near the end. So I have about a minute left, and a lot of holds are broken. Some trying for finishers and stuff. I just broke it up. And then Blair Davenport, it's a German superplex on Kaylani Jordan, knocking her the fuck out. Then, for added measure, a running knee to face on Fallon Henley by Blair Davenport. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3 with 15 seconds left. Blair Davenport gets the win. And I think Lash got out of the penalty box. That was really bad for Lash. She had to go to the penalty box right before the end of the match. And as soon as Blair got the pin, she tried to get in and try to get a quick, steal a pin there. But sadly, Blair Davenport is your winner. She is the Iron Survivor winner for 2023, and she will face Lyra Valkyria, the lassie from Ireland, for the NXT Women's Championship at New Year's Evil. We did that, but this match was, it was not AJ Styles phenomenal, but it was phenomenal. It was great. I loved it. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Good shit, ladies. Good shit. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we got that. After the match, Blair calls out Lyra, who comes right out. He's like, oh, you want me? I'm the champ. Holds up, says, hey, I'm here. And then she gets jumped from behind by the returning Cora Jade. The original Cora Jade, not Sky Blue, who was in AEW. Excuse me. But Cora Jade comes back, and the heinous act, surprise attack from behind on Lyra Valkyria, and then she takes the belt and then holds it up. So I guess she's going next. So whoever wins between Blair Davenport and Lyra has to face Cora Jade for the Women's Championship, most likely at Vengeance Day, February the 4th. So Cora could, get her title shot, which she's gonna win. We'll see. I know if she doesn't win at Vengeance Day, she probably may win at Stand and Deliver. You gotta say it like the Yes Boys. You can't say Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver. I really hope that Shawn Michaels brings back the Yes Boys just to say that. It's great to say. Great to say for probably one of my favorite tag teams right now. Ooh. Besides the Creed Brothers. Ooh, the Yes Boys. Yes Boys! Elton Strong. What's that? Alright, so we got that. So Cora Jade is back. And we'll see what happens with her on Tuesday night. And that's it. Alright, after that, we go to the locker room, where we have Carmelo Hayes, who's going to be taking on Lexis King in our next match. But before that, he talks to his, I guess they're still buddies, Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick, what? So he tells Trick that he has the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge for 1. It's yours for the taking. Go out and get it. And then Trick tells Mello, it's like, well, go handle your business, fam. Take care of Lexis King. So, Mello's like, kind of takes offense to that a little bit. But then, as Mello's leaving, he's like, Oh, so we're cool, right? We're good? Yeah, we're good. For now. So we got that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, move on. Alright, match number 3 on your scorecard. Carmelo Hayes, the man who shoots and, well, lately he's been missing, takes on Brian Pillman Jr., the loose cannon, otherwise now known as Lexus King. Match was alright. Nothing great, but whoever did Brian Pillman's hair should be fired. How do you mess up that golden mane of hair? You don't mess with another man's hair. Especially he looks pretty damn good in it. I mean, Dom Dom has an epic mullet. You think anybody's gonna mess with that? I don't think so. Unless Dom decides like, oh, let's just chop off the mullet. Remember when Eddie had that? Right, Eddie, you remember when you had? Well, sorry, Eddie, to bother you. Remember when you still have the great mullet? Oh yeah, I always have a great set of hair. My hair is great. I got my son. He looks just like me with the mullet, essay, but you know what's good about me having long hair, essay? You want to know? Not really, but you can tell. You can tell the fans. You know, when me and mommy we get it on, she grabs my hair, essay. Oh, it's so good, essay. I didn't need to know that, but thank you. Hey, Joni, be nice to Eddie. You know, don't pull his hair too hard. He can pull your hair hard when he's smacking that ash. You don't usually hear about that. Women grabbing men's hair. I mean, well, yeah, when he's not laying down the pipe, but in the greatest position in the world, but. Really, when a guy is like doing boring as fuck missionary position, and he's doing it well, the girl's like grabbing his hair. Ah! Some guys get off on that. I particularly don't mind. I don't mind it, but it's like kind of like ow, like easy. I know I'm laying down the stick. You know what I mean? But I mean easy with the hair. I mean, I'll grab your hair, but I'm not gonna, like, yank the fucking shit out of it. I'm not a caveman. Jesus Christ. Be easy, guys, when you're doing that. I mean, come on. Treat your woman good, and not treat her like a fucking whore. You fucking whore! What are you doing? Be easy when you're laying down that pipe. I mean, come on now. But yeah, just remember, we don't do missionary style here, because that's boring. Roman will tell you, it's the same thing, over and over and over. It's like missionary position every single night. Ugh. Pretty much, I mean, it's true. I mean, if you took a survey of what sexual position is the best between a man and a woman, most people will say doggy style is the best sex position ever. I mean, besides maybe reverse cowgirl and regular cowgirl, but I think the number one sex position in the world is doggy style. Ooh, I know men take control, and then, like, women like, well, what are we gonna do? Well, that's why they call it cowgirl. Duh. I mean, there are hundreds of others, but I think the top 3 basically is doggy style, reverse cowgirl, and actual cowgirl, but whatever floats your boat. You want to just do boring as fuck missionary position, have the guy do all the work, so the woman sorta, kinda gets off. I mean, more power to you, but, spice it up a little bit. Just don't, take your clothes off and then, have a little foreplay and then get right into it. Come on. Share the wealth, goddammit! Share the fucking wealth. I mean, it should be 50-50 when you have sex. Come on. Just can't have the man do all the work or the woman do all the work. I mean, that's fine if you're a guy, but I mean, yeah, do all the work. I'll just sit here. But to each their own. Anyway, but yeah, I didn't really like Brian Pillman Jr.'s hairstyle. I mean, it was long. You see the mane of hair, but it, like, had cornrows in it. Like, what is, what is this? So that hairstyle should be fired on the spot. But in any case, we move on. All right. So, we saw on Tuesday that, Lexis King might have implied that Melo was involved in this whole thing with the texting and everything. So, basically, Melo's trying to prove that he's innocent, fight for his innocence. So, match was okay, like I said. Starts off with Melo taking Lexis King down to start. Starts beating his ass. So, Lexis King has to build the floor to get right back in. Carmelo continues to beat the fuck out of him, stomping on his hand. Ow. And then stomps it on the steps. Ow. We're trying to be, Kevin Owens and break his hand? But anyway, Lexis King is fine enough to knock Melo back outside, and then a drop kick through the ropes, and starts to make his comeback, and then a kick to the back, and a running clothesline to the back of the head, gets a near fall, sets up a pair of back breakers, circa 1921, for another near fall. And then Lexis King's like, hey, how about we shake on it? I'm like, what? What's going on? Why are we shaking hands during the match? What is this? Anyway. So, Carmelo's like, fuck you, man! And then fights his way to his feet. They go to the top rope, and then crash hard out on the floor. Ow. So and thankfully, nobody got hurt. So we get a double knockdown on the floor, and then the referees count them out. Both Hayes Melo drops Lexis King for a near fall of his own on the way back in. Almost got a double count out of that before they even went back in the ring. So Melo drops him for a near fall, but Lexis King manages a jackhammer of all moves. Oh, Goldberg ain't gonna be happy with that. So he gets a near fall for that. Then he hits another backbreaker, but then Melo comes right back with a code breaker. Then he goes up top, hits nothing but the bottom of the fucking net. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Melo wins clean. Shocking. A little over 11-minute match. I was thinking Lexis would get the win, and then maybe something would happen near the end of the night, since Trick is in the Iron Survivor match. Maybe Lexis will come out. But didn't come out, but it is what it is. But didn't come out on top in this affair. So Melo gets the win. Match could have been better. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. So Melo goes to leave, and then Lexis King goes on the mic, says, Melo, it wasn't me who attacked Trick, but thank you for the PLE spotlight. And everybody on Twitter's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? And Melo just like, he looks back and he kind of heads to the ring for a bit, then he goes back. Don't know what that was about. So anyway, we get that. So Melo gets the win, and that's it. So 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we go to the back with Kelly Kincaid, the new interviewer for NXT Level Up, and now for NXT, period, since WWE is too stupid to fire and release Mackenzie Mitchell. That's a bad decision. I know it's not Vince McMahon's fault. Partly it's, Hunter, you bastard, why do you get rid of her? Anyway, Mackenzie did go on Twitter and wish her hubby, Vic Joseph, good luck. No matter the differences, what's going on now, with her basically out of a job right before Christmas. That just sucks. And even more people got fired. From what I read on Ringside News, the Bible of all sports talk. More people that basically work in WWE and the offices got fired. You can't do that before Christmas. I think that's stupid. But whether you get fired for a reason or not, still, it's Christmas. You should get fired after Christmas. Get that Christmas bonus, then you get fired. But, alright, it is what it is, but, yeah, we'll get that. Alright, so Kelly Kincaid is now with Corey Jade, who says, people aren't happy to see me back, but, you know, she gave everyone 4 months off, or something like that, and then tells us that she will be on the program this Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. So we get that. Alright, so I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after that, we get a video for Vengeance Day, Sunday, February the 4th, from Clarksville, Tennessee. Yep. Okay. Go from Bridgeport, Connecticut to Clarksville, Tennessee? Via Orlando, Florida? Alright, but that's the next NXT pay-per-view. And then after that, we'll be Stand and Deliver. Oh, sorry. Stand and Deliver. That's April 6th. Alright, move on. Alright, then we go to the back. We have Trick Williams. He's all proud of his homeboy, Carmelo Hayes. He says, and then Melo's like, since I did my part, you do your part and win the Iron Survivor match. Melo's like, okay, I'm gonna go. That's it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 4 on your scorecard, the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge match. So we had Dominic Dijak, Josh Briggs, Braun Breaker, Trick, and Tyler Bate. And the winner gets a NXT World Title shot at New Year's Evil. So we got that match. This match was good, not as great as the women's match, but still, they did their best. So it's also with Dijak at number 1, and Josh Briggs at number 2, and Briggs gets a quick roll-up for a near fall. Then they trade some leapfrogs, basic fucking wrestling moves. Then Briggs grabs a headlock that gets quickly broken up. So basically, big beefy men in that ring not beating the fuck out of each other. But eventually it picks up a little bit. Briggs, running shoulder tackle, knocks Briggs down for a near fall. Dijak then knocks him into the other corner. Then launches him out of the corner. Then he hits High Justice for a near fall. Then a big boot to face gives Josh Briggs the same on that. But then Dijak comes right back with Feast Your Eyes. 1, 2, 3. In the first fall of the contest, exactly at 5 minutes, as Tyler Bate just came out. So Josh Briggs has to go to the penalty box for a little bit. Whoops. Alright, get that. So Tyler Bate comes in right after that. Kicks away at Dijak, sets up a running Tiger uppercut in the corner. Then he gets the airplane spin on, but then Josh Briggs gets out of the penalty box. Comes in, goes right after Dijak, so a little bit of, might have took it personally that he lost. He comes right back in, hits one mean lariato on Dijak. Pretty much 2 minutes later, and Josh Briggs gets his first point of the match at the 7-minute mark. Look at that. Alright, so Dijak goes to the penalty box. So Tyler Bate is ramped against the penalty box. Ow. Goes right back with a springboard Tiger uppercut on Josh Briggs. Then another one is blocked. And then Josh Briggs hits a big splash for a near fall. And then Dijak comes right back in after his time in the penalty box. Tries to go after Tyler Bate, but gets rolled up with a fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3. And 2 minutes later, we get another pin. So all tied at 1. Dijak, Briggs, and Tyler Bate at 1 point each. So, once again, Dijak, who just came out of the penalty box, has to go right back in. That sucks. We got that. And then Tyler starts punching at Josh Briggs. Dijak's yelling at the referee. And then, he's pinning Josh Briggs, but Dijak's yelling at the referee in the ring, and the other referee's trying to get him in the penalty box. All the fans are like, "Referee, do something!" And then when he finally turned around, we get a near fall. So Bate could have been up two points. Could have got a second point, I should say, but that didn't happen. Then a Jawbreaker hits Tyler Bate as Trick Williams comes out to a humongous ovation. Whoa, that Trick, what? You know, Booker T basically having an orgasm in his pants. Uh-huh. Yeah, oh yeah. Black Snow. Anyway, fans go nuts. Trick runs over everyone, including Josh Briggs, using him as a launch pad. Did you say launch pad? Launch pad McQuack. DuckTales, woohoo! Anyway, so use him as a launch pad to knock Dijak out of mid-air for a near fall with a big running knee. Ow. So, Tyler Bate had to make the save. Then he picks up Trick with a very long airplane spin. Very nice. He puts his hands on his hips to do that. He cuts Trick off. Then he hits Tyler Driver 97. 1, 2, 3. He gets pinfall point number 2. So he's up 2 points. Josh Briggs has 1. Tyler Bate has 1. Dijak has 1 and Briggs has 1. Tyler Bate has 2. Williams and Braun Breaker hasn't come out yet. With 0. Alright, so we get that. And then Dijak comes in, starts running over everybody. But then Braun Breaker comes in and holy shit, he went on a pinning barrage. Pins Briggs as soon as, like 13 seconds after he came out. So he gets his first pinfall. His first point. Then 14 seconds after that, he spears Tyler Bate, puts him in the penalty box. And then 16 seconds later, he gets the third pin in a row on Dijak. So basically everybody but Josh Briggs. Oh, was it? Yeah, everybody but Trick is in the penalty box. Holy shit. So he got a quick 3 points. So, you know, he's up 3 points. Tyler Bate has 2, Dijak has 1, Josh Briggs has 1, Trick still get on the scorecard. But damn. 43 seconds in. As soon as he came out, 43 seconds later, he got 3 points. That is crazy. But we move on with that. Alright, so Trick and Braun fight it out. Breaker grabs a Steiner recliner. But then all 3 men get out of the penalty box at the same time. And somehow Trick made the ropes before he was about to tap. That would have been really bad. All 4 men in the penalty box. You know, what are you going to do? So Trick gets to the ropes. Then he comes back, hits a rock bottom. Back out, rock bottom on Braun Breaker. Falls to the floor. And then Trick hits a big flippy dibbity doo onto everybody. But then he gets back in. And Dijak, almost takes him legit out. Does a big 360. Then he pins him at exactly 18 minutes. So, Dijak gets his second point. He's down by 1 fall. Breaker has 3. Bate and Dijak at 2. Briggs at 1. Trick Williams in the penalty box with 0. So Braun gets right back up. Hits a super Frankensteiner. That sends Dijak into a sit-out powerbomb. Nice. That was a nice spot right there. So Bate hits the sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. So he gets his third point. He is tied with Braun Breaker. We have 6:25 left in the match. So we get that. And, so Dijak has to go right back to the penalty box again. And then Braun hits one hell of a gut buster, the end of Heartache, basically. Oh, God, he's going to be mad. Gets a near fall. And then Bate goes back and a super flipping world's strongest slam. Crazy move. Gets another near fall as Josh Briggs made the save. And then Briggs and Dijak, they start teaming together and hit stereo moonsaults for a double pin on Bron Breakker and Trick Williams. So they get a point each. So now Bron Breakker and Trick go to the penalty box with just under 4 minutes left. So Breakker has 3, Tyler Bate and Dijak had 3, Briggs had 2. Williams, well, you need a win. You need some points in a worse way. So we get that. So after that, Bate hits one hell of a springboard tornado DDT on Dijak. Sets up a big no-hands dive to the floor. And then Josh Briggs, decks Tyler Bate with a mean right hand. But then Dijak comes back to the ring, takes both of them down. And then Bron Breakker and Trick Williams come out of the penalty box. Breakker sends Trick Williams into the ring post. Ow, that got him off. Then a spear through the barricade. Knocks Trick the fuck out. But then in the ring, Dijak chokeslams Bron Breakker onto him. Or on the outside, I should say. And they go back in. Trick somehow, I don't know how he survived that, but he rolls up Josh Briggs and a really quick pin, referee. 1, 2, 3. Trick gets his first win. Well, first pin, I should say. But he still has to win 2 more in about a minute and 11 seconds to win the match, or at least go to overtime. So then, Dijak goes for Feast Your Eye. He hits Feast Your Eyes, but then Eddie Thorpe, Carl Fredericks comes out, jumps Dijak, beats him up. Referee really couldn't do anything. Trick then steals the pin, so he gets a quick 40 seconds later, he gets his second fall, and then 11 seconds later, he rolls up Tyler Bate. So, oh man, with 20 seconds left, this might go into overtime. So, Bron Breakker, Tyler Bate, Dijak, and Trick all had 3 points. So, if Briggs can get one fall in 20 seconds, this match is going to overtime. So, fast and furious last 20 seconds. And then, after Trick got the win on... Who did he get the pin on? Tyler Bate. Trick hits a basic V-trigger on Bron Breakker with 3 seconds left. And Trick Williams gets the win. And he is the Men's Iron Survivor winner. So I love the finish. So I gave this match 3.5 out of 5 stars. Trick Williams will now face either Ilya Dragunov or Baron Strowman Corbin for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship at New Year's Evil on January the 2nd. There you go. I was hoping for Tyler to win. I had him to win, but, it was either going to be him or Trick. So, I'm happy Trick won. But the way he won, so good. Basically got 4 pins in a row almost. Crazy ending. But good. There you go. So we got that. So like I said, match 3.5 out of 5 stars. So congratulations to Trick, and once again, congratulations to Blair Davenport, the Iron Survivor winners. There you go. Alright, we move on. Alright, then we go to the back where we have the resident virgin, Brooks Jensen. Well, I don't know if he's a virgin anymore since he was with Kiana James. Technically? I don't know. But anyway, so Brooks Jensen comes in, tries to cheer up Josh Briggs and Fallon Don't Call Me Don Henley, saying, hey, you still do good, we're still, you should chin up, chits out, and watch for the shoe. No, he didn't say that. But try to cheer him up, and then Metaphor comes in, kind of ruins the party, they're acting up, shit-talking them. Then a humongous fight breaks out. And then, I think this Tuesday, we're going to have a 6-person tag with Jensen and Briggs and Fallon taking on probably Norm Dar, Ora Menza, and Lash Legend. So one of those matches again. So we'll see what happens with that. and we move on. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, before the steel cage match between Roxy and Kiana James, we see the beautiful Kiana James being driven from the new WWE headquarters to the arena. That was nice. I wonder how far away the arena is from WWE headquarters. Probably not that far away. But who knows. Alright, so then we get a video, hype video for that. Basically, they should have ended this at, with the Devil's Playground match at Halloween Havoc. But since they fought in the parking lot about a week or so ago, it's like, alright, let's have the blow-off match be a steel cage. Why not? So we get the match number 5, Roxy and Kiana James inside a steel cage, brother. The only way to win is pinfall or submission. You cannot escape the cage. So, little change of pace for that. So, they get in the ring, they ring the bell, and Kiana gets the better of things. Then Roxy slugs away at her. Kiana tries to climb out the cage. Roxy drop kicks the cage. Smart. Knocks her down. They get back up. Kiana sends Roxy into the cage, and sets up a reverse chin lock circa 1924. Get that. That gets broken up, and then one hell of a spine buster by Kiana gets a near fall. Roxy fights her way back up, hits a quick drop kick, and then starts ramming Kiana into the cage. No blood, as always. You know, PG era cage matches. Get that. Then some more ramming into the cage. So, Brad's like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing it. Bump, ram the cage, ram the cage, ram the cage. She's like ramming her like Ram Man and He-Man. Anyway. Yeah, I'm that old to remember He-Man. Oh, Skeletor's here. Hi, Skeletor, how you doing? Skeletor has a PSA to tell you guys. So, remember, wearing a condom always works. Until we meet again. Listen to Skeletor, kiddies. Listen to Skeletor. He's not as great as Vegeta, but, you know. Vegeta can tell you, cannot tell you a few good things, right, Vegeta? Like the principal Saiyans, what are you talking about? Kakarot. Okay, enough. Yeah, Vegeta would fuck Skeletor up. Not even have to go Super Saiyan to do it. Oh yeah, they had at the Video Game Awards, they had the trailer for the next Budokan Tenkaichi. I think it's called, what's it called? Spark Zero, I think it's called. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. I mean, you could go Ultra Instinct. I mean, Vegeta, you play as Vegeta and go Ultra Ego. I mean, you can't go anywhere else right now. I mean, Gohan can go Super Saiyan 3. Who gives a fuck about Gohan? Oh, he can go Ultra Super Saiyan 3. Whoop-de-doo. Gohan is so fucking boring. But really, you know who the Wheeler Yuta of Dragon Ball Z is? Krillin. But the only thing Krillin had, well, Krillin was bald and he got hair when he married Android 18 and had 2 kids. Well, he had Marin, and I think later on, like GT, after GT, I forgot he had another kid. I don't know who that was. I don't think it was it Pan? I forget. No, I think Pan was Goku. Not Goku. Goku. I think it was Gohan's daughter. I think. I forget. But anyway. But yeah, freaking Krillin is way better than Wheeler Yuta. Holy shit. Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that doesn't even know how to do a Kamehameha. Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that dies more times than Goku. It's true. How many times has Goku died in all the Dragon Z movies and the shows and everything? How many times has he died? More times than Krillin, really. Really, more times than Krillin, Yamcha, Chaozu, basically almost everybody. Vegeta didn't die that many times. He didn't die a lot, but he died a few times. I did not die. I came back. I kicked ass. Because I'm the principal of Saiyans. Exactly. Okay. That was good. But yeah, the new Budokai Tenkaichi game is coming out, I believe, next year. Good. Pretty good. Makes you want to get a PS5, right? Well, a lot of people saying, since the PS5 is still like $500, everybody's like, fuck PlayStation 5, I'm gonna get an Xbox Series X, which is cheaper. But then again, you lose out all those great games coming out next year. Final Fantasy Part 2, Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, Resident Evil 5 remake coming out. I don't know when that's coming out, 2024 or 25. Code Veronica X might come out at the same time, who knows? I mean, lots of good games coming out next year for the PS5 and Xbox, of course, too. Probably another Halo game. But, I mean, if you want to get Xbox Series X for a cheap price, get it! I might actually get it. I'm not a big Xbox guy. I don't play Halo, per se. I will play Gears of War. And I have played all the Gears of War games. They are good. I love Gears of War. I like the song Gears of War by Megadeth, who basically made the freaking game. They didn't make the game, I should say. They made the song Gears of War for the game. Smart. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, anyway, let's get back to this match and then we're gonna get out of here. Alright, so, Roxy rams Kiana into the cage like she's Ram Man. Then, they both fight up, and then, Roxy gets pulled down from the cage, does have a powerbomb off the bottom rope. Bottom rope, really? For a near fall. Roxy comes right back with a very good-looking Pop Rocks for a near fall. And then she tries again, it gets blocked. And then Kiana tries to leave the cage, you can't do that. Brings a chair back in, I don't know where that chair was, probably right near the cage somewhere. She brings the chair in, gets kicked down, and then Roxy goes to the door. I don't know why, you can't leave the cage. I think he was trying to leave the cage, maybe to get a weapon. I can see that, yeah. But as she goes to leave the cage, somebody slams the door on her head. We didn't know who the fuck it was. I was like, Tiffy? Is that you? Not Tiffy. So Roxy gets hit in the head with the freaking steel cage door, and then Kiana basically finishes off Roxy with a deal breaker on the chair. Ow! 1, 2, 3 in exactly 11.5 minutes, Kiana James pins Roxy thanks to this unknown person who was later found out to be Izzy Dame, who was in the breakout tournament. She's from NIL. She was in the tournament and I think lost in the first round. So yeah, Kiana James now has a new assistant, which used to be, remember, Giovanna? What happened to her? What happened to the sexy Giovanna? Did she get fired? Oh no. Hey, what happened to Sebastian? We still don't even know who he is. Remember that whole thing where, she was going out with Brooks Jensen, and then Fallon Henley found something in a book. He's like, oh, so hi, in one of her notebooks, which says, oh, I had a great time, Sebastian. Or flowers that he got her or something like that. We didn't even know who he was. They got that fucking whole thing blew up in everybody's face, didn't it? I really wish they would have kept going with that, and then we find out who Sebastian was. Whether it be a new guy, or maybe somebody playing another, somebody from NXT playing a different role. Who knows? I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know, right, Kanye? Yeezy. Fuck Kanye. Yeah, I used to like Kanye back on his first couple albums, and then, you know, then he kind of got weird. Did the whole Taylor Swift thing, and I just lost respect for him. Then he married. He married and impregnated a whore like Kim Kardashian and gave her 2 kids, Northwest, and then he had 3 kids, right? 2 or 3 kids. I know he had North and West. I don't know if he had another kid. Now they divorced because Yeezy is mental. Now freaking Kanye's with some other chick. I mean, they're all fucked up. The entire Kardashian clan is fucked up. Fucking whores galore. Kourtney's a whore. Kendall Jenner is a whore. All of them are fucking whores. The show's garbage. I can't get into that show. I can't. I don't like Kim Kardashian. I mean, she's got a big fake ass. That's the only actual kind of good thing about her. I mean, I'm not into that crap, but hey, if you got it, flaunt it, I guess, huh? But, I mean, it has to be real. I don't like fake shit on a woman. I like real things. I like to touch real boobies, not fake cellulite shit. I mean, come on now. But, I mean, if you want to do that, that's up to you, ladies. But, I mean, whatever floats your boat. Whatever. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, you know. I just like different things with a lady, you know what I mean? You know, you get a nice rack, it's real, good. Got a nice ass, good. If you look like J-Lo, even better. But or if you're a hot Asian chick that looks like that too. I mean, you don't have to have big boobs and a nice ass. But, you know, if you look good, you feel good. But, I mean, no discrimination. I like everybody, but I just have a certain, you know, my preference would be Asian chicks, but, you know, I mean, but I've dated different nationalities. I dated my ex, Ashley Marie, was half Irish, half German. Is what it is. The first actual girl I went out with, way back in the day, was I think she was half black, half Korean. I didn't see the Korean in her, but it is what it is. Got my first blowjob then. Oh, I should have said that, but whatever. That's gonna be clipped. I don't care. Whatever. But I went out with some Italian chicks. I went out with a girl that was Filipino and Japanese, which is kind of, something. So yeah, technically I did go out with an Asian chick one time. And banged her. Oh yeah. But, this before, you know who, but, in any case, now I'm with the woman I love, and that's it, man. And she's half Italian, half Mexican, so. I mean, I don't discriminate, but I like whatever nationality you are. It's okay in my book. You could be freaking Native American. I'd freaking date you. I mean, but whatever nationality you are, good for you. But as we all know, Italians are the best lovers, so. Why do you think we always get all the chicks? Because we look good. And just remember, when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. But I digress. I really think, I don't know if there's a poll out, or there should be, or a study out, like, what nationality is the women tend to go for? I would probably put, I would really think Italians are the number one nationality for women that go out with guys. I think Irish is probably number two. I would say probably a toss up between African American men at number three. Probably Japanese, probably around the top five. Mexicans, Latinos, Puerto Ricans. But as for women, that's a real toss up at what would be number one. I would probably think that Puerto Rican, Dominican women are probably number one in your scorecard, number one in your heart, then Asian chicks, then probably Irish, Italian women, Russians, Ukrainians. But like I said, we don't discriminate here. I would probably go out with any chick from really pretty much any nationality. It might get weird, but, you know, because they have their own values and shit. Gotta get used to it. I mean, going out with a Jewish chick, and you have to respect the Jewish tradition. You're going out with a Muslim chick, you gotta respect that. Indian chicks, stuff like that, you know. You gotta respect the culture. For the culture! But, I don't know where I went with that, but I don't care a shit. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so Izzy Dame, is now with Kiana James. Who knew? So, sad Roxy lost, which sucks, but this match sucked even more. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Really disappointing. Well, I don't know, this feud is far from over. Because now Kiana's got Izzy Dame, now Roxy's probably going to have to find somebody to take care of. And who can that be? Who knows? But there'll probably be something brewing between now and New Year's Evil. Probably be a tag team match. Maybe one last blow-off match. Well, I mean, what else can you do with Roxy and Kiana James other than a loser leaves NXT match? I don't know, but I think this feud should have been over after the Devil's Playground match. Roxy should have been doing something else. Instead of having one final match and it lays a fucking egg. But I digress. We move on. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we get a preview on the men's breakout tournament, which begins this Tuesday. We got that. And then we find out what's coming up on NXT this Tuesday night. We got that. We got Cora Jade making her NXT TV comeback. We got that. We're gonna probably hear from Blair Davenport and Trick on the program. See what happens with that. And much more this Tuesday night on the program. That too. Alright, move on. Alright, then we get a recap, a hype video for Baron Strowman Corbin challenging Ilya Dragunov for the NXT title. We saw what happened this past Tuesday with that face-to-face thing, which is weird. So this is going to be a fight. So we get to your main event of the evening for the NXT World title. Ilya Dragunov, the Dragon himself, taking on Baron Strowman Corbin. Corbin comes out on his bike, looking like Ghost Rider, you know, before, you know, Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Storm, before he even freaking, turns into Ghost Rider. But then again, Baron Corbin thinks he's the Undertaker. The American Badass Undertaker. Come on, dude. I know you're trying to pay homage to the GOAT. But, come on. Anyway, so Dragunov comes out. Does that shit. Alright, so we start the match. This match could have been a lot better. So, Dragunov starts with a basic headlock takeover. They get right back up, and Dragunov strikes away at Baron Corbin, including a running knee in the corner. And then hits a mean clothesline, puts Corbin on the floor. Dragunov follows that up with a German suplex on the floor. Ow. Corbin comes right back and hits a hard drop on the announcer's table. Ow! And he starts taunting Dragunov doing this. And he just keeps doing this, and he's kind of like, oh, stop doing that. So we get that. And then Dragunov fights to his feet. Gets dropped face first on the top turnbuckle. Ow. Then Corbin puts him on top. Gets knocked down. Dragunov tries a top rope backsplash and missed. No water in the pool for you, sir. Then a top rope clothesline gives Corbin a near fall. Then a release rock bottom has Dragunov in big trouble, but Dragunov comes back with an enziguri out of a chokeslam attempt. Then nails a running knee to face, put Corbin down, and then Dragunov starts going weird. Goes up top, hits the backsplash this time, but Dragunov's basically his ribs and his back are all shot. Can't make the cover. And then they slug it out. Dragunov drops Corbin with one mean right hand. Then he takes it to the corner and knocks down Corbin with a running boot to face. Stop stealing that move. Everybody's trying to do the Gilmore Yakuza kick. Come on now, stop. It's like using the Gilmore Cutter in various names and everything. Come on, stop. Anyway, Dragunov can barely even follow that up because his ribs and back are fucked up. But he manages another running boot to face because he likes it on the apron. To go up top, Corbin hits a release choke slam for a near fall with a big crash. Nasty too. Sick. So gets a near fall out of that. Then he locks in a basic 1921 Ultimate Dragon version of the Dragon Sleeper. Dragunov backflips out of that. And a Death Valley driver in the corner. That was crazy. To get back up, Corbin hits Deep 6 for a near fall. Then he hits his own version of the Death Valley driver. Then he picks up, Dragunov hits a Bling Buster for another near fall. Dragunov then muscles him up for a jackknife again. But Tyler Bate used it, and now freaking Dragunov is using it. Boy, is Goldberg. Are they really hinting at Goldberg coming back? I don't know. Anyway, but it took him a couple of tries to get Corbin up. Maybe he's trying to sandbag him. I don't know, but anyway, forget that. He hits that. Then he goes up top, hits coast to coast. But Dragunov still is hurt. He's holding his ribs. They get back up, and Corbin goes for end of days. He gets counted into a DDT. And then, not one, but two H-bombs knocks Corbin silly. And then, for good measure, a third H-bomb. But Corbin just can't stay down. And Dragunov, he steps back, and he goes over to him, hugs him like he did on Tuesday night. And he was like, Corbin! And that was basically it. He backs up, hits Torpedo Moscow. 1, 2, 3, in basically 21 minutes. Ilya Dragunov retains the NXT World Title. Decent match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. That's pretty much it. So Dragunov wins the match. He celebrates after the match, and then Trick Williams comes out, followed by Carmelo Hayes, and then, Trick was staring him down, then Melo comes right back, and he's behind Trick. I'm like, ooh, we're gonna get the heinous act. Please, no. We fade to black. Damn. I really thought that Melo was gonna turn heel right after. I think we're gonna wait. I think we're gonna lead into the next 3 weeks with Melo and Trick. What might happen. I think Trick is still gonna ask Melo, who are you texting? What is going on here? Or Melo just gets jealous of Trick having the world title shot. It's like, oh, it should have been me. And then I think at New Year's Evil, they'll still be friends up until then, and I think right near the end of the match, where Trick is just about to win the title, Melo comes out and costs Trick the title, and then everybody's gonna be mad, and then Trick's gonna challenge him to a match at Vengeance Day, probably a street fight or just a one-on-one match. I would probably have Melo win that match by chicanery, and then at Stand and Deliver, we have another match, and I think Trick will get his win back. Then it might be a third match, probably on NXT TV, and we'll see what happens with that. But I think they're still planting the now they're planting the seeds for Melo's eventual turn. So we held off on that for a little bit. Now we actually planted the seeds for Melo's eventual turn on Trick, which will probably it's not going to start on Tuesday. I doubt it, but I think it will officially start at New Year's Evil. But we shall see what happens with all that. But Melo and Trick, they got the big wins. They were basically the focal point of the night for the men, really. So Trick gets the win. He will face Ilya Dragunov at New Year's Evil. Melo with a big win over Lexis King, kind of proving his innocence in a way, even though Lexis King's like, hey, thank you for the PLE spotlight, which meant I have no idea what that means. I'm really thinking that Brian Pillman just did like his dad. Remember when Brian Pillman Sr. fought Kevin Sullivan and lost? And then he cut that promo, was like, thank you, Booker Man! And then he left. And then that was kind of unheard of, because Kevin Sullivan was legit the backstage booker in WCW. So, Brian Pillman basically did a shoot, and nobody knew that Kevin Sullivan was the booker, and Kevin Sullivan got all pissy. And then pretty much Brian Pillman got fired by Eric Bischoff, and then next thing you know, he's in ECW. Which didn't last that long. It lasted like 2 matches. Not even a match. He was just there, did that promo where he almost put out his cock and pissed in the ring. And Todd Gordon, Paul Heyman, and eventually Shane Douglas, the entire locker room, had to come out and basically escort Brian Pillman out of the ECW arena after he knocked out a fan. That was really a plant. But that was a chaotic night at the ECW arena. But I think that was the one and only appearance of Brian Pillman in ECW. Then after that, he gets picked up by WWE. Had a little good thing going for him, and then he got he was in the Hart Foundation, the last actual member of Stu Hart's dungeon. He's with them. A pretty good run with the Hart Foundation. Then he gets to that really freaking personal feud with Stone Cold, with the whole thing where Stone Cold almost got legit, maybe legit shot. Remember that whole thing where Kevin Kelly's in the freaking house with Pillman and his wife Melanie Pillman, God rest her mighty soul, and God rest Brian Pillman's mighty soul. That was crazy enough. Live TV, you're seeing a shootout, almost somebody getting shot and killed. That's the Attitude Era for you. And then pretty much they had those matches, and then I think Brian Pillman started getting into drugs and just started doing the loose cannon shit. And then basically his final match, he had a match with Goldust, which stunk. And then pretty much after that, he killed himself. I think he died of strangulation. I think he hung himself, or something like that. I mean, if you don't know, just watch the Dark Side of the Ring, which is sad itself. But what could have been of Brian Pillman Sr. Now it kind of felt like Brian Pillman Jr. kind of almost did the same thing. He's like, oh, thanks for the PLE spotlight, Melo. So kind of, But who knows what's going on in that kid's mind? Kid's 30 some odd years old, right? They're about 30. So maybe he was trying to emulate his dad. I don't know why he said that. People are still going on Twitter. What the hell was he talking about? I don't know. I guess we'll find out this Wednesday if they do something with Lexis King and where he goes from here. But we'll find that out later. But anyway, so yeah, to sum up, the ending of the pay-per-view, Ilya Dragunov beats Corbin with Torpedo Moscow, retains the title. Trick Williams comes out for a stare down, then Melo comes right up, right in back of him. I mean, nothing happened. We fade to black. The pay-per-view ends. Now, we'll see what happens with Trick and Melo. And we'll see. Well, that's pretty much it. Alright, so overall, pay-per-view was great. Loved it. 8.25 out of 10 stars. I think, not the pay-per-view of the year, per se, for NXT. I think there was a couple good ones. Stand and Deliver was pretty damn good. What else did we see? Halloween Havoc was okay. The first two nights were okay. But overall, I think this is probably one, and it's at least the top 5 pay-per-views of the year for NXT. And I think NXT had a pretty damn good year, pay-per-view wise. And overall, you know, they started off a little bit slow, and then pretty much right during the summer, started going red hot. I think 2024 is going to be a great year for NXT. You know, they're going to still be on the USA Network until October, when they go right to the CW 11. So, I think, you know, the NXT is going to ride that wave of momentum into 2024. I think it's going to be still one of the, probably way better than Raw, that's for sure. Even with CM Douchebag on the show. We still don't even know what Raw is going to be next year. Would it be USA, maybe on TNT or TBS? I doubt that. But I think we're going to see, I really think that we're going to see Raw most likely on Disney. Or we're going to see it on Amazon Plus or Hulu. Maybe still, they'll keep it on Peacock. Or really they should go to FX, which is run by Disney, I believe. So, I would think FX will get Raw. But then again, who knows? We know SmackDown will be on the USA Network. October, but day to be determined. NXT, pretty much the same thing in October on the CW 11 here in New York, or wherever you get the CW channel. It's on the app too, where you can see the NWA. It sucks that I didn't get that TV deal. Stupid Barry Corgan and fucking cocaine. Moron. So we got all that. So, I think WWE personally had a pretty damn good year. I know we got a couple of shows left for the year. I think WWE, you know, it started off slow, then it got a little bit, it got red hot. SmackDown was very good this year, basically because of Roman. And, Raw pretty much stunk. There was a couple good Raws here and there, not epic fucking Raws, but still, SmackDown was the brand of the year. I think SmackDown was the brand of the year, and NXT a close second, and then Raw just stunk. That's that. You know, AEW still got a couple of shows left. World's End at the end of this month, pretty much 20 days away. So we'll talk about how AEW's year went, which was good. Was pretty damn good, all the way up to maybe about a month or two ago. Now, kind of AEW's starting to fall flat on its ass because WWE's starting to get red hot and basically stealing talent. You know, they got Jade. We don't know when she's gonna start. Punk comes back after, you know. I think pretty much AEW started going downhill right after All In. Thank you, Punk. And it hasn't really recovered. I mean, they still get decent ratings still, but some of the booking, the matches are kind of like off the wall. Feels like WCW near the end where it was about to die. It just feels like WCW circa late 99, early 2000. We got that. TNA, I think, Impact Wrestling. Impact had a good year. Ring of Honor, I think Ring of Honor had a decent year. Not a great year per se, but Supercard of Honor was okay. I think it was a good show. Even coming out of Final Battle 2022, which was fucking epic, especially with that. The last actual match of Jay Briscoe, the double dog collar match, that was great. And then the Jay Briscoe tribute show, that was great, tear jerking but great. Supercard was great. Death Before Dishonor, pretty good pay-per-view. Not great, but pretty good. TV shows have some good banger matches here and there. But overall, Ring of Honor was okay. We'll see what happens this Friday night at Final Battle. Hopefully Billy Starkz wins that belt. And it'll be kind of interesting. Billy Starkz will be younger than the actual promotion. She'll be the youngest women's champion in history at 20 years old. She's 20. And Ring of Honor will be celebrating going into year 23. Because it started in 2002. So this is the 21st year of Ring of Honor. It will hit 22 years starting in the beginning of January, but the start of the 22nd year. Same thing with TNA. Crazy enough, huh? Crazy enough. AEW will be going into year number 6. Dynamite will be hitting, I think, their 5th year anniversary. I think it's 5th year. I could be wrong on that. But, but lots a good, pretty much, I would say a good year. Japan, New Japan had a great year, as always. If I had to pick promotion of the year, I'd probably have to give it to New Japan, just because they had some epic matches, starting at Wrestle Kingdom with lots of great matches. Freaking Kojima and freaking Ospreay. What can I fucking say about that? TNA had a banger. Ospreay, Mike Bailey, the match of the fucking year. That's the match of the year. I don't care what nobody says. Any promotion. Mike Bailey and fucking Ospreay. Great. I think a close second would be Ospreay and TNA, I'm saying. Ospreay and Josh Alexander. They're gonna run that back at that Snake Eyes event. Oh. And now Ospreay is gonna be in AEW. Oh. Whatever match he has at Revolution, gotta be a definite banger. And he's definitely gonna be at Forbidden Door 3. Who he faces, who the fuck knows? I'd like to have him and Hiromu Takahashi go at it. That will be an insane match. Takahashi's defending his junior heavyweight championship against El Desperado. Hopefully he doesn't lose it. But then again, who knows? I think Kojima is facing Ospreay and Moxley for the U.S. title. He's losing that. I would think either Moxley gets it or maybe Kojima gets it. Who knows? I hope Naito gets the IWGP World title from Sonata. We'll see what happens with the House of Torture, which I'm not a big fan of the House of Torture. Because it's basically, Evil and I forget who else is in that damn faction. I think, Tom Lacano is the IWGP Women's Champion. I think he is. Yeah, I think she is. I think, Julia's about to possibly go to WWE and start NXT in March. So she will be at Stand and Deliver if, she's ready by then. I don't know. They might do another Jade Cargill. Have Julia they'll show her, and then maybe she has a match at Stand and Deliver against, I don't know who, maybe Lyra Valkyria, whoever is the champ. Or she just shows up. Who knows? But, man, WWE's going to have a great year next year. They got Jade coming in whenever she starts. Julia to really ramp up that women's division. Wardlow might come because his contract's going to end soon. Ricky Starks possibly. maybe even more people from AEW jumping ship. I watched a little bit of Collision. I'm probably gonna watch probably a little bit of it tomorrow morning before football goes on, and then I'll do your Collision and Rampage and Collision review over on my Killer Demons channel. Get that out of the way because most of my day is gonna be devoted to the Niners. So Sunday, Week 14 in the NFL in the league where they play for pay. So gonna represent the Niners. Hopefully they beat the Seacocks tomorrow. Win the NFC West. Then pretty much it's all a matter of seeding for the next 4 weeks. Week 15, 16, 17, 18. And pretty much we have some winnable games in there. Arizona, which is basically Levi Stadium South. That's next week. That's another 4 o'clock game, but it's not. I doubt it's gonna be on TV. Who knows? And then the Monday Night Football game on Christmas night against the Ravens in Santa Clara. Tough game there. And then Week 17, they go to Washington. That's the New Year's. No, that's the. When is that game? Oh, that's the New Year's Eve game. That's a 1 o'clock game. Probably not going to be televised. Sucks! And then the final week of the season, Week 18, either Saturday, January 6th, or Sunday, January 7th, at home in Santa Clara to face the Rams, which could probably be maybe a preview of a playoff game. Who knows? But pretty much after this week, whether the Niners win or lose, Niners will win that division, whether it be in Santa Clara tomorrow or in Arizona, which is, like I said, Levi Stadium South. Because, all the Niner fans go everywhere. That's why we're the greatest fan base in the world. Bang, bang, Niner gang. What are you going to do? So we got that. So either tomorrow or if the Rams lose, I think by default the Niners could win. Still can win that division. But I still think even if the Rams lose to the Ravens tomorrow, I'm hoping, I'm praying. I mean, I gotta root for the Ravens with Otaku tomorrow. But I'm hoping the Ravens beat the Rams tomorrow. So makes the Niners, NFC title win even more sweeter. God forbid they do lose tomorrow. Which, it's gonna be a hard game, definitely. I mean, the first game was a blowout in Seattle on Thanksgiving night. 30 to... I think it was 33 to 10 or 30 to 10, something like that. So, whip their ass then, and probably will whip their ass tomorrow. So, we'll see. We shall see at 4:25 on Fox. So, watch it. And then, if the Niners do win the NFC West, I will do a special edition of the Shadows Lane episode number 16, Sweet 16, and how sweet will it be tomorrow to talk about the Niners winning the NFC West title for the second year in a row, back to back, basically. So we'll talk about the game a little bit. Pretty much it. We'll just talk a little bit, shoot the shit, and then pretty much talk about the rest of the season, next 4 games. I think the Niners can go easily 3-1. That Ravens game, probably the toughest game. I think they definitely can beat Washington. Washington's garbage. And then the Rams game is going to probably be another big test. So they could go 2-2. I'd rather see them go 3-1. I think they'll beat Arizona, beat Washington, and probably one of the last 2 games, whether the Ravens or the Rams. I think they're going to be in a good spot. Whether they get the number 1 seed, we'll see. I got to root for the Cowgirls tomorrow night. So, the Eagles win. The Niners get the number 1 seed because of head-to-head. That's what happened last week when they beat the pedophile Eagles 42-10. Ha! Or whatever it was. Beat those pedophile Eagles up. We'll see you in January. if you make it there. But we'll see. So Niners gonna have a big day tomorrow. Win the NFC West, get the number 1 seed, and then pretty much it's a toss-up for in the next 4 weeks. I mean, Eagles got an easy schedule. Got 2 against the Giants. That's 2 easy wins. And then I don't know what I think they got 1 more in Washington. That's another win. And I think they got I don't know who the next team they got that, but they can go 4-0. Cowboys possibly can go 4-0. Niners, well, they have the harder schedule. They got the Ravens and the Rams. And in between, they got the Arizona and Washington. So I think if they lose 1 game, that's probably not going to get them the number 1 seed unless they can get some help from the Cowgirls and the Eagles. We'll see, but number 1 would be great. We get the week off. We get the wildcard round off. Home field advantage. That'd be great. But even if we get number 2, still good. We get the first game at Levi Stadium, whether it be against the Packers, the Lions, the Tigers, the Bears. No, the Lions, the Packers, the Vikings, the Rams, the Saints, the Buccaneers. Where is the number 6 or 7 seed? Really, probably pretty much I would say the number 6, 7 seed is, whoever that might be. They're going to Santa Clara, most likely. Or they could possibly go to Detroit. If Detroit gets the number 2 seed, and, Niners get the number 1 seed, Detroit will get the number 2 seed. Dallas or Philly can get the number 2 seed. And then the Lions probably get the number 3 seed. Number 4 would probably be a toss-up between Atlanta. I forgot about the Falcons. The Falcons, the Saints, the Buccaneers, whoever wins that NFC South division, which sucks. And then you got to worry about the last 2 playoff spots because the number 5 spots are going to be either the Eagles or the Dolphins. So, not the Dolphins. Eagles and the Cowboys. So pretty much the top 3 seeds, pretty much almost a lock right now. Niners, Cowboys, Eagles, Lions. There you go. Pretty much that, and then you got to worry about that stupid NFC South, which is garbage. Started to turn into the NFC East. Huh. So whoever wins that gets that number 4 seed, and probably will face the Eagles or the Cowboys, and they're gonna get destroyed. So, I think that whoever the Niners get, I'm hoping to be not the Rams and pretty much not the Vikings. Packers game might be interesting, but at least the Packers don't have a certain guy named Rodgers. Rodgers won't have to come to Santa Clara and lose again. Because he knows he fears the Niners. Now Jordan Love is going to be, public enemy number 1, and he's going to get the same treatment that Rodgers got the last few years. Now he's going to put that schmuck in the turf. But I think the Niners will get out of the first round. I think they're pretty easily, but you never know. And then I think in an NFC division round, we could see a rematch with the possibly with the Cowboys, or the Eagles can get into that NFC division round. But the way it looks right now, I would probably say that we're going to get a repeat of the NFC title game in that shithole in Philadelphia. I'm hoping it's in Santa Clara. But I think we're going to get a repeat of Week 13 in Philadelphia. And maybe, just maybe, it might be a little bit closer than Week 13 when the Niners just started off slow. They were losing 6-0, then it came right back. 42 unanswered points, basically. They just ran over the Eagles. The Eagles had nothing in the tank. And right now, the Niners are hot. Niners are pretty hot. Eagles are starting to slow down a little bit. The freaking Cowboys are getting red hot at a good time. So they can get the number 1 seed. Niners can get the number 1 seed. The Eagles can get the number 1 seed. hey, Detroit, don't look now, but you might get the number 1 seed. That'd be weird. Oh, points go to Detroit. Now this will whip your ass in Detroit, too. But we'll see what happens, but basically, after this week, squeaky bum time to see who gets those seeds in the AFC and the NFC as we get to the playoffs. And on the road to the Super Bowl in Vegas. We got that. Right now, the Niners are, got some good odds to go to the Super Bowl and win it. So, I would put my money down on the Niners. But, we'll see. We shall see in pretty much the next month or so. So, get ready, fans. Playoff time is coming. My favorite time. We move on with that. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. So, NXT Deadline, very good show. 8.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comment section. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button on this channel and my other channels as well. Check out my last couple videos. My NXT Deadline predictions on the Shadow Slayer episode 14. And my video on Shohei Ohtani. Possibly going to the Dodgers. I mean, kind of a done deal, barring a physical. So, watch that video. Links will be down below in the gobbledygook. And that's pretty much it. And follow me on social media if you dare. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the place. And don't forget to hit that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to quickly go to bed. And then wake up. Have my sensible breakfast. And then do some chores here and there before football starts. And then I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with your Rampage Collision review. And then that's pretty much it. I might be back Sunday night with the Niners if they win the NFC West and get the number 1 seed, but we'll see. And that's that. So we'll see what happens with that. So we start a new week on Monday with Monday Night Raw. And we start the countdown. Pretty much as of Monday, we are on the final countdown. No pun intended. Daniel Bryan Danielson. As of Monday, we're on the final countdown to Christmas. And the greatest day in the world, too. But can't wait for that. I can't wait. I'm getting older. I feel it. I feel it, man. I'm starting to feel it. I mean, I can tell in my voice. I'm not even 50 yet, but I'm in good health. I mean, I went for my blood test. Don't know the results yet. I'll probably have to call my probably call my doctor either Monday or Tuesday to find out if everything's okay. I think everything should be okay. But my blood pressure was good. Was very good, and the nurse said, "Oh, very good, Peter, very good." Yeah, very good. That was good. They did an EKG for my heart. That was good, normal, very normal. And then they did put my finger in the little heartbeat thing. That was very good. So I'm in great health. Physically, in good health. Mentally, working on that. That's the main thing. The main thing I'm kind of going to be working on for the rest of this year and going into 2024 is my mental health and get me into a better frame of mind, because 2023 basically kicked my ass. I will admit that. It kicked my ass from here to eternity. But, even if it knocked me down, I'm going to get right back up, try to finish off this year on a good note, and we'll see what happens with that. But in any case, that's it, everybody. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peter Joseph signing off. And that's it. Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your motherfucking compute. And if you're not down with that, oh well. Thanks for the attention once again. Because that's all you can do is give me more and more and more attention to your boring as fuck channels that are dead. Some of them are dead, not all of them, but it is what it is. But thanks for the attention. And that's pretty much it. Love you too. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, me and a whole bunch of other people that are way better than you, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! Remember it, because you can't do anything about it. Fuck you, man. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, adios.